Hello, this is Stabadan and Samadan, and they are on a journey to make gold. Last time we made pretty major purchases of various herbs on the auction house. Now I have since the last episode logged on and relisted them once, but they've long since expired since then. So let's go to the mailbox and have a look at what kind of sales we've got. As you can see, it's Halloween now. That's pumpkins bigger than Stabadan. Okay, so let's have a look. We do have some sales, which is fantastic. We've got some herb sales here: blindweed, mystery meat, boar meat, sungrass, silverleaf, briarthorn, bit of peace bloom there. So all adding, there's 5,955 there. Everything else seems to have expired, except for this lot here. So this was the first time I checked. These are all the sales I had first time. You can see we've got king's blood, silverleaf, bruiseweed, a nice amount of king's blood there. Sungrass. So that was the first time having a look. Then I relisted everything on, and this is the second lot of sales here. So all in all, a really nice amount of sales there, 5,955, so I'm really happy with that. Let's open up all the mail and we can get these back on the auction house. There we go, fantastic. I should reload my add-ons now because Addy Bags is working, so I'm going to go and do that first. Okay, we have our Addy Bags back and running, which is nice to see everything filtered and organised correctly. So let's go list all these things on, and we'll run a post scan with our standard operations now. So we have our whiptail here. We didn't manage any sales of that in the last time. It's still up there at 30 gold. That's quite a high amount looking at everything else, which has got a smart average buy price of 10 gold. So at 30 gold, that's a much bigger increase. Whether we sell some for that amount is unlikely, but we'll give it a look and see what happens. It's used in the Vial of the Sands recipe, so you never know. There's a few other bits and pieces here. We'll go through and list all of those on. There we go, fantastic. Okay, so we now have 59,000 in posted auctions. We have 6,300 here on Stabadan. Now many people have been asking about my shopping operation and what that actually looks like, so let's have a look at that now. You can see here our big spend here on the graph and then back up with some sales, looking very nice there. So we go to our group here, so herbs, so we go to our herbs, go to the operation, and the shopping operation is a simple one here, shop DB market. So all I'm doing here is literally looking for DB market. This is the same as the default one. There's no difference here between the default and the regular one. I'm literally saying, show me everything and return it as a percentage of the DB market. That way I can look at the percentage number on the right hand side and make a decision based on what that percentage is. I like to turn on auctions above max price just so that I can see the whole market as well. And that's all I have for my shopping operation. So if we go here and run a shopping operation on these herbs, let's have a look, see if there's anything that, what I'm looking for here is anything that's less than half of DB market price. And then I cross-reference that against the region average, and then I can make a decision whether I think something's a good buy. Sometimes you get artificially inflated prices, like for instance this wild steel bloom. Even though that's at 7 gold 84, the market value is double what the region market value is. So the region average is 10.37, but the market here is 22 gold. 7.84 seems a reasonable price. You could possibly push that up to more the region market average of 10.37 if I was to buy that out. We do have 82 still on the auction house. We are right up here at 16 gold automatically. If I was to push this higher and have a more reasonable price, what I would do in this case, so 82 is unlikely to sell at 16 because of all of these above us, and so we've ignored ones below our minimum price there being 13 gold, because we're basing this off market value, which in this case looks a little inflated. So we could buy out more here and maybe take something like 10 gold as our threshold. How much would it cost us to buy these wild steel bloom out? We went all the way down here to 10 gold. That gives us an average price of 8.54. It will cost us 1,699. So that is underneath the region market average, just about. It all depends on how much demand there is for these. Our personal sale rates is coming there at 0.02. So not very good averages at the moment. The region sale rate is 0.38. So we've not had a huge number of sales. We last sold this on average 5 gold 22, so a lot less than this as well. So that to me seems like a greater risk, so I'm going to leave that one for the moment. Let's look at some other ones, things like silkweed at 1 gold versus 2 gold 33. How many do we have here? We have quite a few here, no big jumps in the market. Sometimes the jumps is what dictates whether you're going to buy something and push it up. Ice cap seems very high here at 25. 23 seems more reasonable. Market value is pushed up very high again, artificially inflated, so sometimes it's better to do things manually, because you can then catch these things, because selling at 25 is not necessarily better here. Our average purchase price is 754, so I'd be quite happy with selling those at 23 gold. And the same with our wild steel bloom. If we go back to here, our smart average buy price is 526. So again, this is not necessarily working in our favour for both of these, because the market price has vastly skewed out our operation. So we're not really working to our optimal here. So what I would do in this case is I'll take that off and that off, and then I'll post our own on manually in a moment. Let's have a look at anything else. Riverbud is a common one. There's a lot of it now from BFA. Very small increments here, so you'd have to do a big price gouge here to try and get that higher, but I don't think at this point in the expansion it's really a good idea to do that. Rain Poppy seems quite cheap there at 80 silver, normally a little bit higher than that. We go from 80 silver to 1 gold, and then we jump up to 121 here, and there's a whole load here, all at this bracket, from someone called Outbid. So looking at that, I would say, okay, my average purchase, I don't have any sale data on this yet, I haven't really been in this market much. Region sale average is 0.27. Again, our Rain Poppy has come here at 10 gold, which seems too excessive here, given our smart average buy price is 2 gold. So I'm going to take this one off, but I'm also going to come here and grab this Rain Poppy at 80 silver. And I'm going to buy everything, including this lot at 1 gold here. Gives us an average unit price of 97 silver, so we can push it up by a few silver and have a little bit of stock there available to us. That will decrease our smart average buy price as well. We have Golden Lotus here. Golden Lotus is an interesting one because it's very much tied in with the price of Spirit of Harmony and Motes of Harmony. That to me seems like a big jump here between 40 and 75. But what I'd really want to look at, comparing this one against the Spirit of Harmony price on this server, because you can trade in 1 Spirit of Harmony for 2 Golden Lotus. That way the price of the Golden Lotus shouldn't really be more than half of what a Spirit of Harmony is. So let's just check that whilst we're here. So Golden Lotus, what is the typical value here? And that kind of information you only really get through experience more than anything else. So looking here, the Spirit of Harmony is 125 gold, looking at that. So I would go back to this and I would look, that was a Pandaria herb, that one. We'll just deselect all of these and have a look at that. And look at this Golden Lotus. So that seems particularly cheap at 40 gold. Looking at that, we then jump up to 75. So that to me seems like a good purchase. So I'm going to buy all those at 51. I'm going to try and come back up here at 75. You could even push it up a little bit higher. What's the market average here is 74. Region average is 69. So we could possibly make an extra 10 gold jump going up and buying those. We give it an average of 46 here. So there's more at that end. So we'll buy those. We're now down to 3,100 on there. So let's go take the things we've got at the moment. That's a few little flips here and there. So let's go pick up those and repost them on. So we're going to have to repost these on manually rather than waiting for our auctioning operation on these ones. There we go. So we'll take the cancels and we'll take the purchases. Okay, so if we bring our bags up and move that over to the side, we can do these manually. There's a few other things we haven't done either here as well. So let's have a look at the Golden Lotus. So we'll go in here, straight in at 85, we'll post them on there, maximum amount, I'll go for just 12 hours, see what happens. The deposit fee is quite cheap anyway. And then rain poppy. And we are here at 1 gold 21. We bought them for, our smart average is 96. So that's a few silver extra. Obviously someone here is going and undercutting by a silver each time. Not really necessary, but we'll come in here. But we're happy at 121. There's no point coming in and jumping up another 10 silver here at this point. We'll just jump in here and we'll post ours on. We could go for the 1200, we'll go for the 289. The deposit fee is quite high. Look at that 10 gold deposit fee. So as we're just going to test this out a little bit, let's just reduce this down to 50 and do this in small increments. And then we can see if the price goes up higher, then we could maybe invest a little bit more. There we go. And then ice cap, even though this looks like it's a bargain, it's not really given the inflated market value price. Our average buy price is 754, so this is still a very good value for us to be posting ours on. So we'll post them on straight here, maximum amount 12 hours. Then over onto the wild steel bloom, 784. Our average buy price is 526, so we'll come in straight here and post ours on. We do have a few other bits and pieces of ore and cloth that's not in an operation anymore now, so we can have a look at these, just have a look manually, see if there's anything worth putting on here. See, our average buy price is 252, so we'd have to come in up here at 262. There's only a few here, so we could possibly come in here and post in, say, that's only 11 silver to post that on for 308, so let's try that. The thorium ore, again, we bought that very expensively for 3 gold, so we're not likely to be able to make a profit out of that for a while yet. We'll have to maybe turn those into thorium bars, perhaps. That could be an option. Thorium bar is quite cheap as well at 298. But maybe we'll keep hold of that for the future and make things like enchanted thorium bars. There's options here, certainly. We'll keep hold of them for now. The iron ore we bought for 497, so we'd be coming in right up here. There's a big chunk here, so unlikely to make a profit on those. The bolt of silk cloth we didn't buy any of those actually, we just sold that, so we have sold some for actually 16 gold. Wow, that's quite a big price difference there. I'm just going to leave those for the moment. And the mage weave, we were up there at 1 gold and 7. This has obviously crashed a huge amount since then, so we're unlikely to make any real profit on those, so I'm going to keep hold of that and wait until I've got a tailor, and then I can make use of it there. Okay, that's the herbs done. Let's do a vendor search whilst we're here. There's a few little bits here. This vendors for quite a bit more according to that. That also vendors for a bit more. Eternium thread, a few extra silver on that. There's a few number of those. And the amethyst at 325 versus 350. Okay, so those in theory look good. Where are we at? 3179. Let's buy these out and sell them back on. So there we go. We were at 3179. We're now at 3227. A nice little chunk of gold there on a vendor search. Okay, so we're in a good position here. We've listed a few things on the auction house. We had a look at a few things that we had to manually change there on our herb operation, so it's not foolproof. It really does help to look at things manually as well. We have 62,000 in posted auctions and 4,000 total gold, which is looking very nice indeed. We could expand this into ore, but I'll save that one for another time. What I'm keen to do is get back onto Samadan and have a look at how he's getting on with his questing through Legion, and then we can pick up some extra herbs and ore there, which will add to our gold again. So goodbye, Stabadan, we'll see you again soon. Let's head over to Samadan and see how he's getting on. Hello, Samadan, and Archdruid Hamel Rune Totem. How are you both? I hope you're doing well. How's Dalaran? Let's see where we're at with our quests. We had a few things from our herbalism that we can hand in over here, some extra samples and things like that from the herbalism and mining. So let's go over and have a look at those and then see where we're at in our quest line. Let's go with this one.
How may I aid you? Ancestors watch over you.
And there's another one here in the mining section as well. I think that's upstairs. Here we go. Well, that escalated. We got level 50, we learnt 2 recipes with the rank 1 star, and we got to level 30, and we got flight form all in one go. Fantastic. Okay, so where are we at with our questing journey at the moment? We have Val'Sharah, a Temple of Elune. We have Artifact, choose a second artifact. We have the Druid campaign things, and we can still do those for our Order Hall. And then we've picked up some extra herbalism things, some healthy Dreamleaf and blight infested Dreamleaf for that. We also have a Legion Assault is on at the moment. Those are usually quite good for getting some extra XP. Looking at those, there'll be these different quest objectives there, which might be interesting there. But Val'Sharah, we do have a couple of things here. We also do have a couple of things to do here in the Dream Grove as well. So we can either teleport ourselves back to the Dream Grove here and then start up those, or we can fly on over and pick up some herbs and ore along the way. We've still got some bonus objectives here whilst we're here. So I think at this point it should be quite interesting to go over and carry on with the quest line. So I'm going to work on my Order Hall, so we'll go pick up a second artifact weapon perhaps, and then we'll recruit these champions here and then move on from there. So for this we can do our Dream Walk. Oh, we've got some unspent talent points as well now. What have we got? We've got, now this is what I was missing for my healing ability, is 3% your maximum health every 5 seconds. This was very useful as a feral druid, so I'm going to turn this one back on. Might as well pick up one of these, even though I'm not war mode enabled. Don't really mind which one it is, just randomly clicking them for the moment. And then let's go and do our Dream Walk, which will take us all the way back to Val'Sharah, which is quite handy. Okay, here we go, and we should be able to head straight through here and start our journey again. Archery of the Grove.
We are nature's guardians.
I'd like to review my weapons. I think Guardian would be a nice one to do next. I will switch to Guardian for this quest line for the moment. There we are, we can learn some things here on the Guardian side of things in our bear form. Probably have some talents we need to deal with here.
Nature's gifts are everywhere. Do you need my aid?
There we go, we've picked up some extra ones there. And then let's look at our talent points. So things like this, Brambles protect you, extra rage. I guess that will be good for nearby enemies. An instant heal sounds good. Wild Charge also sounds good, as does Tiger Dash. So we can charge to an enemy for that one. Wild Charge sounds good. Renewal also seems good. I like to have that one, so I'm going to grab that one. And then the Restoration Affinity, the same with Feral, I think is quite a nice one. So I'm going to go with that one as well, just to give myself some extra healing. So moving on, we have the recruits to pick up over here, so let's go and do those. Rise Champions, and the next one looks like you're all the way over here, so let's go over here and do that. Okay, Moonwell over here, looks like we need to come down here. Grab some of that, and then we also have to go Grizzly Hills optional. That's to the Grizzly Hills. We also have Rise Champions, which you want to turn in now, so let's go do that. And we still have the Temple of Elune, our main one.
The skies call out for aid.
Okay, so mission completed. Sister Lilith, let's have a look. That's the one we need. We'll just grab that. We'll add in, so this requires Feral, so we'll drag in you, 100% chance, and start the mission. We could have a combat ally here as well to help us out at the moment, but I'll leave this for the moment. I think I'm okay. Famous last words, of course. Missions are over here, so we can review those. And we wait for that one to finish, and we can come back to that one. Then the quest over here is go to the Grizzly Hills through here to do that quest line. or we can carry along here and do the Temple of Elune, which is where we'll go now. Carry on the Val'Sharah quest line. And of course we can start looking for herb and mining points as we go. This is also going to be incredibly useful. A little bit of exploration. Here we are, let's have a look. Okay. Old bear trap. Okay, that's interesting. Finally. Okay, that took a long time. And we got a worn doll, which is a toy. Adds this toy to your toy box. Discards a worn doll on the ground. Okay, not sure we got our rotation fully nailed for bear form at the moment. Okay, looks like we have another one that's taking us off our direction we want to go in here. I've got a feeling there's going to be quite a lot of these rares popping up, so we may have to decide to ignore them at various points. Let's carry on for now. There we go. And what do we get this time? Thistle leaf branch, another toy. Oh, fantastic. Getting some extra bits and pieces here. Nothing in terms of gold making points of view, but nice to collect whilst we're here on our adventures. Okay, we've actually bypassed where we went to with our quest there. With all the distractions, we were following the wrong arrow, so we now have to head all the way back up here instead. Back to the Temple of Elune. Okay, there's a flight point over here. I'll grab this one first. Now we have a lot to do here. There we go, level 31.
Your dreams.
Okay, and we did the bonus objective as well, which is what got us all that lot there, so we can start handing all this lot back. Thankfully, flight form helps out a lot. How are we doing for bag space? 7 slots free. Got a load of new stuff here as well, so we need to sell that. Close that one, we've done that one. Okay, choices. A neck, a trinket, and another trinket there. Holy damage, extra holy damage sounds quite nice, but I might go with a boost on the neck, critical strike and mastery. Let's go with that. And we'll grab that as well whilst we're here. Okay, so let's just deal with our bags for the moment. We've got a few extra bits and pieces here. Trinket that's 31, that should replace that one. And 33. That should replace that one. And what was that? The efficiency for that item. There we go, we learned something extra. And we've got the Fangs of Ashamain. We need feral for those. That's probably what's not been helping us, to be honest, has it? Looking at that, we'll be better off with a staff instead. So let's pop that on. Whilst we're bear form, that makes much more sense. And then we can pick on this for the neck item as well. There we go. Could do with selling some of this junk at some point, running low on space. Maybe even send some stuff over. Let's have a look. How are we doing? Where are we in terms of... we got Provisioner. It's got to be useful. Here we go. Automatically sell the junk. Recent items are here, so let's have a look. We can probably reset this actually. I don't need the new items. Turn that off. I find that useful to not have the sparkly items on that. Okay, so we've got a few things here that are soul-bound that we can sell.
Good luck, friend.
Okay, and let's learn these toys. That's going to be useful. Extra things, always good. Okay, so we're in a good position. We've got a lot more ability now, and we should be able to do more damage quickly as well. So we need to head over here, a village in peril, or down here for the Dyer's Cast. Let's do the Dyer's Cast whilst we're here.
The mother of dreams has arrived at last.
Oh, poor Ysera. Not what I was hoping for. Sorry, Tyrande and Ashala.
We are wasting time.
Hey, we are in a rested area. That's good.
I am honored.
We'll grab that and we'll grab that. Do we have a mailbox outside? That would be handy if we did. We do. Okay, this would be a good point to just pause our proceedings. We've got some good progress made there. So let's pick up the flight point. And then the mailbox is just around here. So let's look at things we could possibly send on back to Stabadan. We've got some Dreamleaf, we've got some Ysera seed, we've got some BOEs here, and we've got the foot wraps which we can now put on. That's good. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got this to hand in as well, the class order hall report. Let's go to our TSM group. Have a look here. So herbs wise, we have some new herbs. Dreamleaf, we'll add that in, and we'll put in the seeds as well because those can be useful. There we go. And then send to Stabadan can be all the other bits and pieces. We've got all the unbroken claws, the fell slate, and all of that can be sent on over. So we'll send that over. Make sure everything left. We've got everything there. That's soulbound. So that's all good. Fantastic. So stuff sent over to Stabadan. Let's go pop inside here and we'll take a little rest as an interlude here. Okay, thank you Samadan. That was a nice little part of the quest line, which will help out Tyrande in our next chapter. We did quite well there. Got a few bits and pieces. So let's head back to Stabadan and see if we can put on those things we collected. Goodbye for now, Samadan. Hello again, Stabadan. We've got some few extra bits and pieces for you to put on the auction house now. So let's go have a look at those. So we have all the stuff here from Samadan, a few extra greens and a few extra herb and ore. Now our group should be quite well set up already, so it shouldn't take too much to add these in. We already have the herbs all set up here. We need to set up an ore section as well. For the moment we'll just make use of this one here, and we'll add in fell slate. We'll try the mage, the laystone and the iron ore. We'll pop those in for now, and then we'll add to those later. Let's take those. Then we have a few misc trade goods, which for now I think we're probably going to put in the claw. We'll try the cloth as well, just whilst it's here. See what we get for that. And then the BOEs, the green BOEs, we'll take those three definitely. Add those in. They're not particularly high, only 100 each, so we may be better off selling those to the vendor. Vendor sell prices 4 and 6 gold. But we'll try a couple of sales first before we do that. And the worn dagger, it's not got much in the way of appearance, so let's take that and we'll vend that instead. And we'll go and see what these look like when we post them on. So I'll run a post scan here. So the Shalderai silk, silver ore is going for 34 gold, bolt of silk cloth 199, we'll try it at that. Ysera seed, we're going for 198. The iron ore, we'll try it. Yeah, our smart average buy price there was 497, so we either try and sell these and recoup some of our money, or we'll just keep hold of them. The same with the mage weave cloth actually. None of those are taking into account our things, but we were probably better off keeping those off and just keeping hold of those for the meantime. So let's just take those out of that group for now. So we'll go here. We'll go to our ore. We'll take the thorium out for now. What should we do here? Misc trade goods. Mage weave is on there. That means we can't really sell any until we've got our smart average buy price better. So I'm going to take the mage weave out for now, And then we're also going to have a look at our ore, our thorium ore, and our iron ore. We'll take those out as well, because those were in the flipping ones. So what we'll do instead, we'll put those in a different group, and we'll call those flipping too high is the name we'll give those. And we're going to put in the iron ore, the mage weave, and the thorium. We'll decide to do something else with those at a different point, but we'll just keep those off to one section for now, just so that we've got them there. Everything else I think should be fine from the stuff that we looked at earlier in terms of buy price and things like that. Yes, those should be fine. Okay, so that way we can keep those separate. Then when we see them in our bags, if we expand this and increase our filters to include all of our new TSM groups, we'll add those in, close that. Then we can see all the different bits and pieces there. The green BOEs are here, herbs, missed trade goods. Okay, so let's go post those on.
Will pass.
Shelder eye silk at 1 gold and 7. That's quite cheap, but that should do me for now as I pick them up. These, the rain poppy is currently at 121, which is our current price. The problem we had with that was the deposit fee, so we need to watch out for that. We only put 50 on, so we'll skip that one when we get to it. We'll do the silver ore, bolt of silk cloth, and rain poppy here. Deposit fee there is telling me 8 gold 82, so I'm going to skip that. Fell slate looks very expensive at 60 gold. That is a very high price. Okay, we'll try it at that. I'm not sure whether that will be necessary. Unbroken claws are very cheap there, but do have a reasonable sell average. And these greens are unlikely to sell. Dreamleaf is a good price there at 8 gold. Quite like the look of that. And the laystone ore is at 22, again very expensive there. Whether we get sales on the laystone and the fell slate, I'm not sure, but we'll put those on. See how that goes. Forest leather boots are below minimum price there at 87. Our minimum is 92, so we'll just leave that off for the moment. No point posting it on if we're not going to make a lot of gold on that. So we now have 67,000 in posted auctions and 3,200 on us. And Samadan has actually collected up some reasonable gold just passively through questing. Is up to 1,000 gold already for Samadan, so that's very good.
The reckoning is at hand.
Okay, so we're in a strong position. We have quite a few auctions on already. Stabadan has been posting everything on and expanding his groups. We've still got a lot to do in terms of more things to look for flipping. We'll expand that at a later point, certainly. Samadan's doing very well, got up to, I think it was level 31 there, nearly level 32. So going through our adventure there in Legion and also collecting some gold and building up our character at the same time. So lots of very interesting things. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy gold making, and I'll see you very soon.